What is good, my peoples? This is Kobe2408. We are currently on the PBE. We're looking at the new AZIR rework. This is the same patch where Xin Zhao got a rework, as well as Vayne getting a mini rework on her ultimate, Janna also getting a rework on her passive, and Caitlyn getting a bunch of changes. But again, we're going to be looking at the AZIR rework. I know Red Mercy did a video on this. However, he was missing a lot of things about the rework that happened. So basically, a lot of changes are happening to AZIR. Not only is his base stats changing, his passive is still the same. However, his Q is changing a little bit. It's getting nerfed. W has a new effect. That's where the rework is, and E as well. His ultimate is also getting buffed, I believe, but we'll take a look at that in this video. So first we have his base stats. Now I'm going to put it up on the screen and you guys can read through it if you want. Base HP is being increased, HP regen is being lowered, and base movement speed is being increased from 325 to 335. So he's just a little bit faster in the laning phase. As you can see, 335 it says down there for the movement speed. He's a little more nimble. 325 is really slow. I think Twisted Fate had 325 at one point, and he just recently got a buff on his movement speed as well. So that is what's going on with his base stats. So now for his Q, Conquering Sands. There's quite a bit going on with his Q. The AP ratio is being lowered from 50 to 30%. The cast range is being lowered from 875 to 720, which is huge. It's getting a huge nerf on its range. So if you don't know what his Q does, here it is. It's his dash. So basically, the dash, you can't dash forward as much anymore. So I put an indicator on where his Q is currently. So let's go where the indicator is, right there. So where this dummy is, actually, let me just clear these dummies out. And let me just put a enemy dummy on where the current Q is. It's right here. His Q on the live servers is 875 range, so it's, I would say, about out here. Now, that's just an estimate, but so when you dash, as you can see, look, I put a Sand Soldier where max range Sand Soldier, and it can't actually dash that far at all. It's not very far. That is crazy. That's a huge nerf to AZIR's Q. Big nerf. However, again, they do add some new effects to his W and his E to try to make up for this huge nerf. But as you can see, yeah, so you can't go that far out, but you know, you can still dash here. Still pretty far. You can dash around. Also, there's now an indicator on how far the Sand Soldier is. So right there. So as you can see, the range indicator is telling you he's out of the circle. And you have to get closer. And right there, now I'm within the circle. Hopefully this makes some sense. Now, as you can see, the indicator comes up. I'm outside the circle. And right there, he's in the circle. Out of the circle, in the circle. Out of the circle, in the circle. Anyways, so there's a range indicator now on telling you how far you are from the Sand Soldier, like within the range circle of the Q, or the dash ability. So he's in the circle again. I'm outside, right there, and it should come up the range indicator. There we go. There it is. So that's part of the new Q. Yeah, it's getting nerfed pretty hard. Also, the cooldown is being changed from 10.9876 seconds to 11.9.58, 6.55. Which is pretty big. Early levels, it's up a second, and then the next rank, it's up 0.5 seconds. So that's quite a bit. Again, at lower ranks, it's down by 1 second. Not a big deal, but the early laning phase, AZIR is what they're hurting. So that's, yeah, hurting AZIR pretty hard. The base damage is being increased, however, from 60, 85, 105, 125, 145 to 70, 100, 130, 160, 190. So at max rank, as you can see, it says Sand Soldiers deal 190 plus 167 magic damage. The 190 is the base damage. That's being increased by 45 at max rank. So that is a lot, actually, on his base damage. 45 at max rank is a lot. So that's what's going on with his Q. Now for his W, Arise, which is his Sand Soldiers right here, as you can see. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy. So there's quite a bit going on with his W. I'm going to put everything on the screen. You guys can pause it and read through it. But I'm just going to tell you the most important parts about his W and the changes to his W. So basically, the cast range is being increased from 450 to 500. So the circle, as you can see, it is a lot farther. It's up by 50 range from 450 to 500. So again, up by 50. It's quite a bit. So basically, you can almost cast next to an enemy champion and just start using your Sand Soldiers, which is pretty neat. So that's a pretty big change to his W. Now the soldier's duration increased from 9 seconds to 10 seconds, so it's up by 1 second. So technically you can have more Sand Soldiers up. So you can, I mean, you can count this out if you want, but it stays up for 10 seconds now. And the recharge time now is being lowered from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 seconds to 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5 to 6 seconds at max rank. Just meaning at early levels, you can have your sand soldiers up. This is the recharge time. As you can see right down here where the W is, where my mouse is, see where my mouse is right there. That recharge time is actually down at early levels. At max rank, it is the same. It's 6 seconds. But yeah, at early levels, you're going to be able to have more sand soldiers. So it's down by 2 seconds at level 1. So that's pretty crazy. That's what's going on with the W. Now, the new effect on his W is pretty big. Now, so his passive, AZIR gains 60% attack speed, has not changed. However, this is the new effect, which is the rework. When AZIR has 3 or more sand soldiers, he gains 60% additional attack speed for 5 seconds. That's huge. So not only does he get 60% from just having this passive on his W, but having 3 or more soldiers up at once, as you can see, like this. 1, 2. Actually, let's put this on so I can get more sand soldier up. Boom. 3. Boom. There's the effect. Now I have 60% more attack speed. As you can see, my attack speed is at 1.25, and then when I have 3 sand soldiers up, boom, I get that increase of 60%, and it goes up to 1.63. I do have attack speed runes, so that plays into it. However, that 60% is insane. That is so much attack speed. Look at that. Why is my other sand soldier not attacking? There we go. They're not within the circle. Okay. There we go. They got to be in that circle. That is a lot of attack speed. Here's the normal attack speed. Not very fast. Now let's get up 2 more. Boom. So much faster. Note, I don't have any attack speed items. Normally, you would buy a Gnasher's Tooth, so it would give you another 50%. So you're sitting at, what, 170% then? Let's take a look. I just want to see how fast that really is. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these. Let's get the Gnasher's Tooth. Boom. Okay, now I'm at 1.57. Okay, so let's go back and let's bring up 1 sand soldier. This is what it looks like. It's pretty fast. Normally, this is a core item you build on AZIR. And number 3, boom. That's so much faster. 1.94. I'm almost cracking 2.0 attack speed per second. That's crazy. That is crazy. It is a lot of attack speed. Wow. Again, they nerfed the Q, the range on it, and then they buffed the W for the attack speed. That is insane. So you're normally only going to have 3 sand soldiers up. I doubt you'll ever get 4 up. You might have 4 up for like a half a second, maybe. But normally you're going to have 3 up. That's going to be a normal thing about AZIR now. 3 sand soldiers. That is crazy though. That attack speed is so fast. I really like the change. Hopefully it makes AZIR a little bit easier to play. I know he's a mechanically tough champion, but that's what's going on with his W. Now for his E, Shifting Sands. This is his dash ability for those that don't know. Basically, this is what he does. Boom, right there. That thing that you just saw around him is his shield now. It gets procced right away after you use E. Instead of actually having to, I believe, run into an enemy champion with E or his Q, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but the shield procs right away after you use E now. So boom, there's the shield. It is on an AP scaling shield too, so the shield now has a 70% AP ratio. AZIR's E now grants him a shield immediately, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. Just right after I dash, it gives the shield right away. The shield duration has, however, been lowered from 4 seconds to 1.5 seconds. The dash speed has been reduced from 1700 to 1400. They actually reverted that back. The dash speed is still at 1700. It did not change, so it's still pretty fast. That way you can do the Shurima Shuffle. They did not do anything to the Shurima Shuffle. You can still do it. They didn't want to take that out of his kit. I think that's a big part of AZIR is the Shurima Shuffle. If you don't know what the Shurima Shuffle is, basically it's you dash in Q like this and then you do something like this. I probably did it wrong there. Basically you have your Sand Soldier up and you kind of dash your Sand Soldier as far as you can or something like that. Let's see how far you can go. Okay. Let's see. So you dash them like this, and then you shuffle with them, and then you ulti. I think that's how the Shurima Shuffle goes. Let me know in the comments below. I'm probably doing it wrong, but again, I don't main AZIR. I don't play him that often, but I do like the champion. And let's just get back to his E, because there's a new effect on his E. So if AZIR hits an enemy champion, he halts his dash and instantly prepares a new Sand Soldier. That is the new rework to his E. So what that means is, let's put the target dummy on this side. There we go. So I have the W up on the other side. So this little connecting piece, if I dash and hit the enemy, it will refresh my W charge. So let's see, and I can prepare a Sand Soldier right away. So let's just get a couple Sand Soldiers up here, and let's go on cooldown. So I E right away, boom, and my W comes up right away. Again, it stops right in front of the champion too. It used to, I believe, used to just go through the champion. Now it actually halts him right as he hits the enemy champion. So let me try to do this again, just to show you. There we go. So again, my Sand Soldiers are on cooldown. I hit E, boom. It stops me right in my tracks, and my Sand Soldiers are ready to go. So basically, you have two ready to go. So you're ready to fight. Let's try to do, let me just showcase the halting effect again one more time. So I dash forward, then I E. Okay, well, I completely airballed that one. Wow. Fail. Prank. Okay, here we go. E, boom. And I just run into the enemy champion if they're right there, and it just stops me. And then I get two more Sand Soldiers right away to cast. So that's what's going on with his E, as well as the W is getting more attack speed. The more Sand Soldiers you have, you're gonna have up to 3 Sand Soldiers, so that's quite a bit. So these two got reworked, the W and the E, but the Q got nerfed, and the ultimate did get changed a little bit. And so I'm gonna run through the stats very quickly with that. So now for the ultimate, like I said, Emperor's Divide, the cooldown is being lowered from 140, 120, 110 to 120, 105, 90, which is this right here, Emperor's Divide, his ultimate, which just pushes people, and I believe you can't jump over this. You can flash over it, but yeah, you can't use any dash abilities or any jump abilities to get over that. So that is Emperor's Divide. The cooldown is being lowered. The wall size has, however, been increased from 4, 5, 6 soldiers to 5, 6, 7 soldiers. It is insane. So 7 soldiers at max rank. That is a lot of soldiers. So the big nerf to Q, however, they buffed W, E, and the ultimate. Let's see. Can I get a refresh and see? Look at how many Sand Soldiers. There's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know it said on my notes 7, but I just had to recount it. Let's see. Holy. So basically, you can wall people off. Crazy. That is so many Sand Soldiers at max rank. Again, it's up an extra Sand Soldier at max rank. Again, every level that you max your ultimate, you get an extra Sand Soldier on your ultimate. This is crazy. So you can wall this off. Can you wall... What? Yeah, you can wall Baron off. Dang. This is going to be a devastating ultimate max rank. Wow. Holy. That is nutty. That is nutty. That's so many of these Sand Soldier guys things. Wow. Okay, so the wall size has been increased. That's pretty big. However, the passive is still the same. The passive has not changed. It's still this tower. There's nothing changed about it. I think they buffed it a while ago, like the damage on it. I want to say 3 or 4 patches ago, but other than that, there's no changes to his passive. Again, the Q got nerfed. The W got buffed with more Sand Soldiers you can have, the more attack speed you get. The E got buffed as well. You get the shield right away, and then you get Sand Soldiers if you run into an enemy. Let me just show it to you guys again, just like that. If you run into an enemy, you get the reset on your W. So that's what the E does, and then your ultimate, you just get more of these Sand Soldiers. But this is crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hopefully this helped. I will try to do a gameplay video on this. I'm not the best AZIR player, but as always, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm Kobe248. Thank you for watching, and you guys stay awesome, my friends, and I'm out. Peace.